To Johannesburg now, where EMS officials are keeping a close eye on low-lying areas and have warned community members to ensure they are safe at all times. This comes as rain is expected to persist today in Johannesburg. Linda Mnisi is in Alexandra and joins us live now. One imagines, Linda, that it's going to be a case of having to be on the lookout, but really, more than anything, about the assistance that is possible from any ENS.
Absolutely, Arabile, and that is why they remain on standby, also warning community members to remain vigilant, particularly as this rain continues. You mentioned that we are in Alexandra, and this is one of the low-lying areas that is often affected by the heavy rains. I'll ask my colleague, Senzo Mahlobo, to just give you a sense of where we are. We're along the river banks of the Yeske River, right? And it seems to be flowing controllably at this particular point. But you know, if this rain persists and continues for a very long time, then those that live along the riverbank are largely affected. So EMS officials are really on standby to ensure that community members are safe at all times. It's not only just the issue of riverbanks and low-lying areas, but you'd recall that if the weather is like this, very cold, very windy, some people would resort to other means of warming themselves, and there are high risks of a fire. But I'm joined now by Nanaka Debechiba from the EMS, who will give us a sense of what that oversight looks like. Nana, thank you so much for your time. I know it's raining heavily. I'm going to try to move closer so that we are both covered. But talk to us about you being on standby and warning community members, particularly as it's continuing to rain.
It has been raining continuously, and we have become worried, especially with the people that are living in low-lying areas. We are in Alex right now to check river levels, just to ensure that in case there are any flooding alerts that we receive from South African Weather Services, we are able to communicate to communities around such areas. We also are looking into areas where roads flood, and we're urging drivers to drive carefully and keep a safe distance.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, earlier I was talking about also the risk of fires. We know, especially in informal settlements where shacks are too close to each other, there usually is a risk, especially when the weather is like this.
Most definitely. This is when we see a high number of fire incidents where people would be utilizing their heaters. Some would be having imbaula and taking it inside their houses or shacks, which is very dangerous. And the using of heaters as well. We're saying to people that are using heaters, make sure that as soon as you go out, or any heating form, as soon as you go out, you are not inside the house and there's no one, please switch it off, because those are incidences that we find. Someone saying, I was trying to make sure that the house is warm and went to the shops, and when coming back, the house is on fire.
We're headed to the Easter weekend, right? And we know religious groups love coming to the rivers to perform religious practices. It's going to be happening from this weekend going, forward. But talk to us then about your warning to religious groups who come to rivers to do cleansing and other religious practices. What is your message to them? Are you concerned, especially around the Easter period?
We are concerned. Just last year, we've had over 50 people that had gone missing. Luckily, some were found, but we remember the incident that happened in Sandton, where 10 people died at once, where they had a church baptismal, which is very dangerous. You can see now, the rivers are not that full, but the currency of the water, the way the water is moving, is very fast. So you can't just measure it with your eye. So it's quite dangerous for people to be going inside, and you don't even know the depth of the river where those people are going. It's very dangerous at this time because the river levels are high and the currency of the water, the speed of the water, it's very high. So we're urging those people that would be doing those traditional and church baptismal to take good care, because this is the time where we have many incidents.
And are you going to be working closely with them, seeing that last year's incident was a bit high in terms of the number of people that went missing?
Most definitely. This is a continuous effort that we've made to ensure that we have had meetings with traditional leaders. We've had meetings here in Alexandra where traditional leaders and church groups were invited just for us to communicate with them the dangers of doing these baptism rituals.
All right, thank you so much for your time. That's Nanaga Debegiba. I'm going to leave you with this while I speak to Arabile. Talking to us really, Arabile, about the dangers of religious baptisms, talking about, the current moving very, very fast, although the water levels are not that high. So some of the precautions then that community members and religious groups are given, particularly around this time. She says they're going to be working closely with them. They've had meetings to warn them and educate them about, coming to the rivers and what are the safety measures that need to be taken when they practice such, baptisms and the likes. But also speaking about the dangers of fire, particularly around this time, saying that, those who are going to be using heaters need to be cautious because, of course, there is a high risk of fires during this time.